John, what's the shape is the squad in after Sunday?
Yeah, obviously the atmosphere and training has been great. When you get out of Limerick, I suppose, which was a vital 3 points, there was huge pressure going into the match, obviously, because Dundalk had been a game ahead of us, and we knew that any slip-ups, and really it was really handing it to Dundalk. So there's a lot of pressure on the lads to get the performance, and you can see it was a very cagey game. Limerick didn't want to lose, and for that reason there wasn't a lot of chances. But I felt that we kept our heads and we kept our composure, and we kept trying to get that winning goal. And obviously, when Rob came in, he just injected that little bit of magic to score a brilliant strike. So, so look at Friday, Sligo obviously over the last number of years between winning the league, winning the cups. They have a big squad. There's been a lot of changes there recently with John Coleman came in as manager, got rid of quite a few players. Obviously, he's gone now, and Gavin Dykes is in charge at the end of the season. And but still, they have a nucleus of a very strong team, and they're a team that we haven't beaten this year. We've had 2 draws, so it's a big challenge to us. And obviously, with the game on TV, it gives all teams a bit of a lift. But Darren Denny, Gary Buckley, John O'Flynn, all trained this morning, so they all come back into contention. And really, I suppose Garrod Morris, he's the only fella at the moment carrying a knock, and other than that, we'd hope to have a full strength to pick from on Friday night.
It's been a frustrating season for Rob Lehan with the injuries and stuff. What will that goal do for him on Sunday and his confidence? And with him coming back, you're spoiled for choice in front.
Yes, brilliant, because as I keep saying, I've got great time for Rob. I really think he can go to the highest level. He was very unfortunate because I had him in UCC after he came out of the 19s, and he did really well in the senior league. He got stronger, and then obviously when I came in the start of the year, I brought him back in, and with the full-time training he struggled a little bit. He was still young and to get up to the pace of it, and then he did, and he was coming to matches and he was doing brilliantly for us for the last half an hour and whatever. And it was just unfortunate that when I played him against Shamrock Rovers in the League Cup, in a match that I wanted him to get a full match, and he got injured so early. But look at, he's bounced back. He got a super goal. That's what he's all about. And it was great at training this morning. He was banging goals in left, right, and centre, and it was great for Rob. And he's a good lad, and it's great to have him. And in particular in the run-in, because you can see no team. Every team that's coming to us now are putting a challenge up to us. They're trying to be the team to stop us from hanging in there. So it's important to have the likes of Rob and Danny and Killian and these guys who can come off the bench and change the match.
You're 3 points behind, 5 games left. Do you feel the pressure is on Dundalk, and do you feel like the pressure is off you chasing them, so to speak? Do you feel like it's theirs to lose?
Well, I think that no one has given us any chance at all at any stage of the season, and even the fact that you're down to the last 5 matches and we're only 3 behind, we're still not even given much of a chance, which is. I suppose that's just the way it is. A lot of people make no statements. Probably, they're probably justified because they've probably watched Dundalk a lot more than they've watched us. But at the same time, I keep saying there's been pressure on us all year. So I think there's pressure on us, there's pressure on Dundalk. Is there more on them? I don't think so. Would I prefer to be in their position and our position? Of course I would. But at the same time, we're still in a good position, and we have an opportunity that obviously we still need them. At some point to drop points on the run-in, but crucially for us is that we can't afford to do that, because if we do, we hand the title to them. So we have to try to see, can we keep the pressure on and bring it to that last game, which would be fantastic. But I don't really think there's any more on them than us. They're in a better position than us. I just think there's pressure on there is pressure on us, because we know we have to perform every week, but that's just been the way it's been all season. So no different last week to playing in Limerick, Rovers the week before, Pats the week before that, or Derry. We've had pressure all the time, and the lads have done brilliantly. So Sligo is no different. I suppose the big thing is for us really for Friday night is that it's coming to the run, and games are very tight, and it's hopefully our crowd in Limerick on Sunday night was phenomenal, and hopefully on Friday night the crowds will come out in huge numbers. The fact it's an earlier kick-off, 7 o'clock, is means that people have to try and plan a bit earlier, but hopefully we'll have a huge crowd, and there seems to be a bite around the city that a lot of people are coming, so maybe we might get one of our biggest crowds this season.
That's the Billy Barry question covered anyway.
After in Limerick, and obviously you're edging a bit closer to the European spot, do you feel a bit of anxiety creeping in, or are you anxious about it yourself?
No.
Maybe two more wins probably.
Yeah, but I'm not anxious at all. I'm quite relaxed, to be honest with you, because I keep saying that you can only ask the guys to give everything they have as a manager. And this season the lads have done brilliantly. Obviously there's been games when we've let ourselves down, we haven't done as well. But I think, even the lads have realised that, over the last, I think, maybe 5 or 6 weeks, we hit a rocky patch where we got knocked out of the cup. But they've bounced back, and I think they've realised that once you give everything on the pitch, you can't do any more. And I'm quite relaxed. And even on Sunday, going to the match and at half time, I just felt that it was a very tight game. I can see the teams are really trying to do everything they can to stop us from winning. And I was quite relaxed because I just felt that there was still more in us. I just felt that if we kept our composure and kept our heads, we would get opportunities, and so it proved. And Europe is very close. Are we 1 win, 2 wins from it? We're certainly very close. And I think at this stage that it's really it's for us to blow it at this stage if we want to qualify. So, but I think there's a good composure and structure in the team that I think we for Europe we should get over the line.
Just looking at the 5 fixtures, it looks like that the home games are actually that bit harder than the away fixtures. I mean, we haven't beaten Sligo or Bohs, we have to do them at home.
Yes.
Damien Richardson coming back as manager now of Drogheda.
Yes.
For 3 of them are tricky. Sligo mightn't be the team they were earlier in the year.
Yes.
But tricky games.
But they're incredible tricky games, because I suppose if you look at it, that the Knock have the bottom 3 teams to play, and we have 3, as you say, very the 3 home games we have. Like at the end of the day, while Sligo have had a lot of changes, they still have a wealth of guys who've won major trophies in the last 3 years, which shows they are top quality players. And like any top player coming to Cork, playing in front of 4,000 or 5,000 people, playing on TV, is going to lift them. And so it's a very and like for us is that the first time we played them this season, we scored last kick of the game. We got a penalty to equalise, and the second time we went up to Sligo, they were just after changing their manager. John Coleman was after coming in instead of Barraclough, so there was a bit of a lift there. Whether Dykesy can lift them now, the fact that he's coming for the run-in, he seems to be after bringing a few local lads through, or under 19s coming through, trying to get them games. So obviously they're young fellas, they're enthusiastic. We know all about bringing young fellas through, and they give a great. They play above themselves a lot at the very start because they want to prove that they're up to this level. So and he's brought 3 or 4 in last week, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. But the nucleus of their side, they still have Piers, Macmillan. They've one of the top goalkeepers in Rogers, and I suppose you're looking. They still have Norton, Zaid, Keneally, Cretero. The Cawley, they've all been, and Earl has gone back to them as well. So they have a lot of guys that have all lots of medals in their pockets. So it's a really difficult game. But I keep saying for us is that, we've really kept the head down. We're really taking one game at a time. And I think you can see that. And once we take that approach, then, and if we play well, then I think we're good enough. And as long as we don't take our eye off the ball, I think then, like, our focus, once it's totally on Friday night's match, it then should mean that we should be good enough to win the match.
You were saying, I think the last week or before, that you're anxious not to tie most of the players down to contract extensions before the end of the season.
Yes.
So the next month or 2 is going to be busy as well, apart from the running.
Yes.
You're hoping to tie most people back.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of them already tied up. I think we have.
Signed back already.
Well, I think like you're looking at we have Nults, we have Liam, Killian, Gary Buckley, Billy Dennehy, Rob Lehan, and Mark, and we've one more. John Kavanagh. Okay, so like they're all already tied, and I've spoken to nearly everyone. So basically, it's all the problem at the minute is that with the games, we had a couple of weeks off, and I was talking to the lads, and just there's no rush and whatever. There's nothing, just to get their thoughts, and everyone is happy, and obviously they can see where we're trying to get to. They can see we're trying to be a very successful club. We're hopefully going to be in Europe next year. We still could win the league, and they can see that that the way the club is shaping up, and the way hopefully it's going to shape up, and from that point of view, I don't see any major problems. I suppose what I don't do is that in the weekend matches, as you get close to the games, you stay away from it, because you want guys to keep their total concentration. So yeah, that's going to be ongoing over the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I expect that things will be much more secured in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then obviously, looking at bringing in players from the outside. Of course, we're looking at that, and we're looking at certain types of players and certain individuals, and that's going to be ongoing as well. And that's where we're at. So hopefully by the end of the season, we'll be in a good place. But from that point of view, but at the same time, look at this Europe to get over the line, and there's a league title still there, and we're well in there, and that's what we have to keep our head and keep our concentration for, and see can we get a final crack at Dundalk at the end of the season.
What's the feeling like in the dressing room after Sunday's win? It must have been a massive morale boosting win for you.
Yeah. Obviously, Munster Derby, we always want to win that for pride alone, but it was great to get the 3 points and the clean sheet, and we're looking forward to Friday now. So hopefully, get another 3 points Friday night and keep the pressure on Dundalk.
And the crowd up there on Sunday was fantastic, so you'll be hoping for that again on Friday.
Yeah, they were brilliant. There was time. It was a tough physical game, and there was times there where you could hear them, and it lifted us. So it was great to have such great support, and hopefully now Friday we'll get a good crowd out.
Michael, you've obviously come a long way from going out to John, just kind of casually asking, could you train with him?
Yeah.
You were in the squad fairly quickly. You've made fairly rapid progress.
Yeah. I obviously when I came back from working in Spain, I got on to John and asked could I go out and train, and he said come on out. So I got in and trained hard, and was lucky enough to sign then, and it's just taken off since then. I've just waited for my chance, and hopefully I've given him something to think about for the remaining games.
Because we're playing a couple of positions as well across the back four, haven't you?
Yeah, right back and centre half. Yeah.
Can you play anywhere across the back four, or have you preference?
As long as I'm playing, I don't care. Once I'm on the pitch, obviously centre half or right back will be my
naturally right footed, are you?
Yeah.
Right back or to right side of the centre backs.
Yeah.
And you were a Collingwood Cup winner as well with UCC, obviously. You captain that team as well.
Yeah, I
Can you just give us a small bit of the background before you started in the game?
Before
you came to Cork.
Before I came to Cork, well, I was in UCC for 4 years, and I had a great 4 years there playing Munster Senior League. Won in Collingwood as well, with John managing us. Got on the Irish Universities team and the captain them. Went to the World Student Games in Belgrade in Serbia. So it was a great experience. And then after college, then I went up to Merview. They were in the first division in the League of Ireland. So I was up there for 2 seasons. And just learned, got up to the pace of League of Ireland there. Johnny Glynn, yeah. Had a great couple of seasons up there, and then the job came up in Spain, so I kind of had to go. And then I came back, and now I'm here. So
was it a teaching job in Spain as well?
Teaching job, yeah.
But you were just saying there before we came in that you're actively seeking work at the
moment.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
Break in the teaching side of things.
Yeah, it's tough. I just keep going to school, and hopefully something will come up.
Where did you go to school yourself?
I went to school in Christians on Sydney Hill. So yeah.
There might be an opening there.
I've been up there. it's tough to find anything these days, but I keep trying. Maths and PE are my subjects. Yeah.
How do you see Friday night going on? Obviously you're going to need to build on
the
result.
Yeah. Obviously, from my point of view, if we can keep another clean sheet, it'll give us a great opportunity to win the game. So it's going to be tough no matter what way you look at it. So we can just train hard this week and give it our all Friday night, and hopefully that'll see us to another 3 points. Keep the pressure on Dundalk.
Has Muzzle been a good help to you?
Yeah, he's fantastic. Just talking to me throughout the game, it settles me.
There'll be a few fellas in the team, I suppose, is that?
Yeah. All the experience as Nelson healers as well, Yeah. I know they're great. They helped me through, and obviously the Pats game from my home, my league debut at home was a massive game, and a lot riding on it, and I was a bit nervous beforehand, but settled in with them was great help, and I know it was great. I was enjoying it.
Was it the Birmingham match? Was that your actual debut? Was such the friendly against? Your first
that was. That was the first time playing against Birmingham. In at the deep end, but I know I enjoyed it.
And then how many appearances have you made so far?
Including the Birmingham one, I think 4. 4, yeah.